Hi everybody, for today's video we are doing a sort of get ready with me where I'm a little bit more chit-chatty with you, like so we can know a little bit more about me. And I thought it would be something different to do, something a little bit challenging for me as well, because doing your makeup, it's not an easy thing, not for me at least. So I hope you will like this kind of video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I am priming my skin with a Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. Really like that primer. It's hydrating, it feels nice on the skin, it doesn't feel too tacky. Beforehand, I used my new Dr. Jar product. During the IB sales, I bought the Tiger Grass serum and also the cream and the night mask. My dry skin really likes it, and the night mask is really good for if you live in a dry climate like here. It's getting so dry. It's always dry, but right now it's really cold, and so you have a heat on in the apartment, and yeah, you need to drink way more water if you want to keep your skin nice and hydrated, and also put something a little bit more rich on your skin. I've been really enjoying so far Dr. Jar's products. I also bought Origin's Quench First, or I can't remember, the night mask, and it's really good too. It smells really good. So I'll let you know, guys, if you want me to do like maybe a skincare routine, like a winter skincare routine video, let me know down below in the comments. Now I am using my YSL All Hours Encre de Peau foundation, and I'm in the shade BD35, and I've been really liking this foundation as well. I've been using it for 2 months now, on top of other foundations, of course, because trying lots right now, and I am really enjoying this foundation. I love Milk foundation as well. I have a feeling Milk foundation is even more full coverage. It makes my skin look so nice. I haven't bought the Huda Beauty foundation, first of all because, well, in my local Sephora here they don't have it in store. I don't want to buy like the wrong color online, and on top of that, it's not available, it's out of stock. So what foundation do you like? For especially if you have dry skin, let me know. Right now for my dry skin, I love the YSL, I love the Milk foundation. I really like the IT Cosmetics CC creams for this summer. I've been watching This Is Us. Oh, it's so good. I've just finished the first season on Netflix, and I think the new one, the second season started, but I don't have cable, so I'm just being patient here. I'm being patient also for Outlander. I love Outlander. With my husband we're watching Walking Dead, and it's a good show. It's a really good show. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Ugh. Well, I fell in love with him in Grey's Anatomy, of course, and then he's cute in PS I Love You. I prefer Garrett Butler in PS I Love You. Yeah, he's so charismatic. I really like. You want to hate him in that show, but he's so good. And yeah, at one point I got a little bit sick and tired of zombies, but at the same time it's so interesting to see how, well, picture how human society would evolve in such conditions, you know. Try to imagine, what would you do? On which side would you be? Well, of course you want to be on Rick's side. I think the son, is it Kyle? Can't remember. He needs a freaking haircut, guys. Like every time we see him we're like, oh, please cut his hair. Come on, poor guy. And lose the hat. Just did my hair also. I love Briogeo as hair care line. Like, I love that brand. I use the Scalp Revival shampoo. It's so good. It smells like a Mentos. I don't know if you know those candies, like it's not a chewing gum, but it's very minty. At the same time you have a feeling it smells almost like chocolate and mint. Oh, it feels weird, like, because it's kind of a jelly with like sand in it, but like it washes off like super easily, clears your scalp. And then I use the Don't Despair Repair mask. Ugh, I love it. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my brows, and for this I am going to use my ABH Brow Definer in the shade Taupe. And guys, I am not the greatest for eyebrows. It's very annoying because they're not symmetrical at all. And even when I take in consideration my arch and everything, even here, it's not even here, you know? So it's really hard to create like a very symmetrical eyebrows without going for something bold. It's never as perfect as like the stuff you see on Instagram. Like I have a feeling I will almost have like too much brows like to do something perfect. So first I fill in. And this one raises. Oh, it's so annoying. I love all the Shonda Rhimes shows. By the way, I'm listening to her book, Year of Yes. She's the one who's reading it, so she's so good. I love to listen to her voice. And when she speaks, like you literally, like you have the feeling you're listening to the Grey's Anatomy characters, or she's very interesting. She's a powerful woman, you know, like she's very impressive. She's a hard worker. She's really real. Oh, well, I really like her honesty and like the struggles like she goes through, and it's empowering. It's very inspiring. Every 8 days she has to write a new episode, and when you consider that she has like 3 shows, sometimes even more, like it's crazy. Like if you don't know, she's writing and producing like Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. I love that show too. It's so good. And it's hard to say yes. It's true. Like me too. I'm a little bit in my bubble, you know. The typical artist. Like I don't mind being on my own. It's true. I'll never be the one really engaging. Or if you don't know, I come from France. I moved to Canada 2 years ago. My husband is from Canada. So since I was the artist, I'm the one who agreed to move, and it was a really difficult choice, like leaving behind my friends, my family, and just, you know, the lifestyle. I grew up in the south of France, and then I lived in Paris for 12 years, 13 years. I'm just adding a little bit of that MAC spiked eyebrow pencil I got in my BoxyCharm, and I really like it just because it's a bit dark, like to fill my entire brows, but just to had some like strokes. It's hard for me, like now every day and in my videos and every day in my life, well, I'll speak a little bit of French with my husband that speaks French. He has a really good French. I speak French with my family on FaceTime, but otherwise it's in English all the time. And I love English, you know, it's not a problem. But sometimes it's tiring, it's difficult, you know. First few years, yeah, the first year at least, it was really difficult to feel like I was being myself, because I could never really, you know, react spontaneously to a debate at a family dinner or among friends, or I was always a bit hesitant to speak up or interrupt. I don't interrupt. I find like here, people, and it's not rude, they don't find it rude, but they interrupt each other. It's like it's never a blank. So every time I was waiting for a blank to finally speak up, like there was none. So I was always like the quiet girl, and everybody thought that I was really quiet, like shy. Oh, you don't speak much. Like I heard like some of my sister-in-laws or friends, you know, oh, you're so shy. And I'm not. In French, I'm not shy, but it's just, it took me time just to be confident enough to, you know, participate more. And it's interesting, you know, when you change countries, you change habits, you have to make a bunch of new friends. And I was really lucky because my husband has amazing friends, and it was really helpful, you know, using the clear brow gel from BH now. And obviously now, yeah, I have my own friends, and now I'm gonna use a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape on my lid. This is a Sigma sponge. I love that sponge. So I'm an artist, I'm a painter, I make jewelry, I have that channel. You know, it's not easy every day. It's not easy because it's a little bit lonely just to face reality. I don't have like a huge amount of followers yet, and either whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, but I'm not either like a big like Snapchat, Twitter. I'm not working a lot on this. I like Instagram and YouTube and well, Facebook I have a feeling. I don't know, do you guys still go on Facebook? Now I'm gonna use for the first time the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I had this for a while, but I had so many other palettes I wanted to talk about, but yeah, it's super pretty. Huda Beautiful Eyes. It's a very pretty palette, very pretty colors. You have this little lid here to protect. We have all these colors that I'm sure you already saw all over the internet. So I'm not gonna swatch them, and I'm gonna create a look for you today. I'm gonna set my lid with Desert Sand, and there's a nice mirror too, so. Yeah, so it's not easy, it's a little bit lonely. Well, I like to find a job. I like to paint more. I was lacking of inspiration for painting for so long. I used to paint do a lot of portraits, women. And sadly here in Canada, I don't know why. Maybe it's just where I live here in Alberta. I have a feeling people are not really into portraits or figurative, and they prefer landscapes or abstract. And I was like, oh, well, I don't want to really change my style just to fit in, right? But at the same time, at one point it was the only source of revenue, so I found something that I like to do now. I paint skylines of a city and people seem to really like that, and then I still do my jewelry. I'm not earning any revenue from YouTube, spending a lot of money on makeup, so you know, it's a lot about you doubt a little bit, right? It's is it worth it? And then some people around it, not all of them, my husband is really supportive, but some people are a little bit judging. You know, maybe not judging, but they're like, why are you doing this? You spend a lot of money and doesn't, you know, feed you, and what are you doing? I'm gonna go to Musk. And then, well, it's true. You think about it and you're like, shoot, they're right. What am I doing? You know, it's just doing promotion for free for all these brands. I love doing it, don't be mistaken, I love it. It's just time consuming and it's really expensive too, because you always want to have the latest palettes, because you want to have views, and it's difficult. YouTube it's not easy, and it's what is not easy also, and it's that people don't take you seriously, you know. Not all of them, but most of them. And the thing is, I am so creative. I love to do a lot of different things. These are blending really well, by the way. I'm really creative and I know I can do a lot. But then my degree in marketing and even fine arts are not really recognized here, so that's a bummer. So I'm like, wow, does it mean should I go back to the university? And I'm gonna be 30 next year, and I know there's no age to go back to school, but I'm I've been to school, and I know there's probably a lot of you guys who tried YouTube or are still doing it. And for some of us, it's just a hobby, and there's nothing wrong about that. Now I'm gonna go to the shade Oud, right there. Anyway, yeah, so it's tough. It's tough to find your way, and once you find it, you know, go for it. Don't give up. And that's what I'm telling myself. I'm well, I've been recently I was okay, I'm gonna stop my channel. Even if it brings me joy doing it, it takes me so much time, and for what? And then I'm no, you know what? You have followers, it's building, and you can't be super successful and being not sponsored, but just at least getting PR on the PR lists within a few months. You need to keep trying. You can't it hasn't been that easy for the others. So just suck it up. And anyway, so I started painting again, selling my paintings, so that's good. What else? Well, we're going to the mountains this weekend. I love going there. I'm not the best skier. I thought I was good until I met my husband, who basically was born on skis. But I'm not bad. I'm okay. I love going there. The landscapes are beautiful. People are so nice in Canada in general, honestly. They're so nice. It's really, you know, it's refreshing. I'm really liking that color. Okay, I'm going out with my friend, and we're not sure what we're gonna do yet. It's either a restaurant or I don't think we're gonna do a movie, but I want to show you what you can do with that palette. More on the soft side probably for today. If you want me to do like a 3 looks 1 palette or like 6 eyes like 1 palette, like, let me know down below. But for now, I'm gonna go to the shade Celestial. I'm gonna go first with a brush, BH Cosmetic brush. We're gonna try that and dry, and then like it's probably something I want to wet with a spray. But yeah, we're going to the mountains and we're gonna stay there for the weekend. As I'm filming, it's Thanksgiving for you guys in the US, so happy Thanksgiving. It's a very pretty shade, even dry. I'm sure it's gonna be blinding with a finger or with a brush, but right now it's super pretty. Really like that shade. Yeah, we're probably gonna go cross-country skiing, have some good food, read our books, and go for hikes. It's probably beautiful as a top coat. See the difference? Yeah, go with my finger. Oh yeah. Way more foil with a finger. What a surprise. Super pretty. And you know what? Because it's already a lot to go with my girl, I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer and I'm gonna go with my light neutral. I love Tarte Shape Tapes. It's not very original, I know, but I haven't found something that I like that much. And one thing that I purchased during the sales, it kind of gave me like a stomach cramp for a bit, is a Pat McGrath Sublime palette. Is that the Sublime? With the green one. And I bought this, but I also bought their Liquid Lust that are coming. I'm waiting for them, so I'll do a review on these. I'm gonna add some dimension by adding some in the center of my nose, forehead, duke, chin, and a bit here. Otherwise, what else? Well, we went to see movies recently, so I watched the new Thor, and I really like Chris Hemsworth, but I don't know, it was a little bit cheesy. Lots of jokes. It's nice, but it's not something I'll watch over and over again. And we also went to you're gonna see, you're gonna think that I only like Marvels and stuff like that, which is not true, but this is what we've been seeing lately. And we went to see the Justice League, and I have a woman crush, a girl crush for Gal Gadot. She's so beautiful. I love this kind of beauty and very beautiful girl. You have Henry Cavill and some other dudes that are like looking pretty good, you know? It was nice. It was funny too. My husband found it a little bit cheesy, but I like it. I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was really entertaining. And what did we watch? We watched, was it a month ago already? Blade Runner with Ryan Gosling. And guys, it was so long. It was really long. I have a feeling it could have been way more interesting. So to be fair, I never watched the original. So people are gonna be like, girl, you didn't see the original, that's the best. Probably. And usually I love these kind of movies. I love Matrix, I love science fiction in general, like I love it, but like, I'm sorry, if you like that movie, great. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of oud under my eyes. I'm talking and I forget to tell you what I'm doing. I add a little bit of musk, so that taupe, and then oud. I'm gonna go in the inner corner of my eyes with Nefertiti. So pretty champagne gold, I would say. Let's see, little swatch. Yeah, it's pretty champagne with a little bit of gold sparkles. I'm gonna go with a dry brush first to see. Well, it's almost too dark for inner corner highlight. It's okay, it still works, but it's almost not bright enough. Complements Celestial really well though. These colors are so pretty. I think I'm gonna do like a 3 looks 1 palette with this palette. I'm gonna set my under eyes with I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go with Poudre de Riz de Java Bourgeois. That's a loose powder. It's like slightly illuminating, you know, it's not like a matte powder, but it makes me think of La Durée. I'm going to finish the eyes. So for this, I'm gonna use, I wanted to wait, but I'm not gonna wait. My Pat McGrath Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil in the shade Black Coffee, and I love the packaging, it's beautiful. I'm not gonna put that in recycle. It comes with a sharpener, super creamy, super pigmented. This I got on sale too, during the VIB sales. Look at that, so pigmented, it's crazy. I'm gonna tight line a little bit with it. Tell me what you would like to see. If you would like to see like 3 looks for 1 palette with a Pat McGrath, or if you want to see just a Pat McGrath look and a wear test, let me know in the comments down below. Alright, I'm gonna curl my lashes, and I'm not going to put on false lashes. It's honestly like a nice like dinner with my friend. So I'm gonna use this mascara that is like Essence mascara. I don't know if you know that brand. It's drugstore. You can find it in Shoppers here in Canada. Essence makes the best affordable mascara in the market, I think. This one is the False Lashes mascara, extreme volume and curl, but I have others that I love, and I'm gonna use that one today. It works better than certain high-end mascara that I have in my collection, and when you see how well it works, you're like, why spending so much money when this works just great? What I liked about Canada, so I told you, it's like super friendly and people are really, it's all about community, especially where we live. Seriously, look at that mascara. Essence, guys, Essence, so good. Now we are going to use something new, the Nars Bordeaux Plage highlighting and bronzing palette. So this is how it looks like, and I have to be careful because I bought the Hourglass like Strobe that came out this holidays, like everybody's raving about it, so I bought it. First time I opened it, one of the highlighter like got out of the palette like in my hands, like good thing I grabbed it, but I was so pissed that I returned it. So I just received my VIB sales haul, and I was so happy, you know, to open everything and look at how everything looks like. And sadly, when I grabbed this little guy, the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette, can you hear that? I got a little bit nervous, so what I did is that I gently, very precautiously, like flipped the palette upside down, and when I did, this happened. So only 1 of 3, but I watched Tati's video with Natasha Denona, Joya and Iris palettes. I don't have that problem. I ordered both and they're both like no problem, but sadly the Hourglass, yeah, little issue there. And I purchased that one instead. But sadly, and I don't know if it's because it's freaking dry here, but this one pops out of the pan as well, so I have to be careful, but otherwise it's so pretty. I was in love and I used so much, and I still love this one, is the Bon de Sable from this summer, and oh, I love this highlighter. It looks so wet on your cheeks. Really love it. Okay, so first I'm gonna use the bronzers, and we have Laguna and Casino. I'm just gonna mix both to warm up my cheeks. I'm not gonna do like any heavy contour, and otherwise, yeah, how do you keep in shape? I go work at least twice a week. I try. It was never my favorite thing to be like locked in a gym, locked inside and work out, but like honestly you get the taste for it. Like from the moment you start, like then you kind of become a little bit addicted to it. For the longest time I adored, like I love to go to bar class. So if you don't know what bar class is, a mix of yoga, ballet, pilates. You do some stuff like with weights, with elastic band around the legs. It's really good. I like it. Yeah, my camera overheated and I forgot forgot what we were saying. So I warmed up my cheeks, and now I wanted to use my Marc Jacobs Dew Drops that I love, but I completely forgot. That's what happens when you talk. I'm gonna put a tiny bit, because if you put too much, like, it becomes a little bit messy. Tiny bit in the center of the nose. 2 dots like in the inner corners. The rest right here. I'm just gonna put some in my sponge. And I like it brings like a nice, like, soft glow. It's really pretty in the inner corner of the eyes. Okay, and now I'm gonna use the highlighters from the Nars palette, and I'm just gonna mix a bunch of them. I'm gonna use that one first. Ah, this just fell. See? Freak, man. I don't know if I can put some glue or whatever. I don't wanna freaking ruin it. But it's so pretty. Look at that. Do you see that? Looks wet. Just pisses me off that they can't do stuff that, like, just stay glued in the pan. Look at that. So pretty. This is a great deal. Honestly, you get 2 bronzers, 4 highlighters. For blush, I'm gonna use something I haven't used for a while. I got it in my BoxyCharm, and this is a Studio Makeup Luminous Loose Blush, and I found that product so interesting, and it's very pretty on the cheeks. It's very pretty color. So it's so pretty, that blush, because it brings a nice, like, natural flush, but it's also a little bit luminous. And then, well, we're almost done, guys. It's just the lips. Alright, and so for lips, I'm probably gonna do a base first, but I want to show you guys, I'm gonna do a mini lip swatches session with you for the Huda Beauty Winter Solstice collection, the Lip Strobe Mini. So cute. So we're gonna do that, and then what I will do, I'll probably, like, pair it with, like, a matte lipstick. Charmed first. It smells really good. That's really pretty. It's a little bit icy, but that's just the theme. This one has a little bit of magenta sparkles in it, and a blue undertone. It's pretty. Then we have Hypnotic. Oh, this one is purple. Then we have Star-Crossed. Yeah, it has a little bit of every color of glitters, but, like, it's probably more the gold and silver that are dominant. And then Bewitched. Oh, and this one has blue. Definitely interesting, eh? What do you think? It's a little bit intense, but, well, so that is Bewitched. I would have called it, like, Moonstone. So it has, like, a strong light reflex. Does it make my teeth look yellow? I don't know. By itself, it's a little bit strong, but on it as a top coat, maybe. Which one is your favorite so far? I'm gonna use another Huda Beauty Liquid Matte. I'm gonna use Trendsetter. Which is super pretty too. Like, it's a nice, like, cinnamon color. Well, let's give you, while it's drying completely, I'm gonna give you that first option for the lips. So just with Trendsetter. And that's very pretty too, very full, like, it's very warm. I like it like that too. I like the look like that. And now let's put on Charmed on top. That's pretty. That's very soft. And that's it, my friends, for that get ready with me using a bunch of new products. I hope you like this kind of video and that you learned a little bit more about me. If you do like this kind of video, please let me know down below, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in the next video.